Hi, so today I'm going to try to explain everything about the app Explain Everything. To get started, I had to find it. I went to my search field on my iPad and I went up here and just typed in Explain Everything. Actually, all I had to type in Explain and it came up with this icon, which I know is for my app. So that's how I started. I guess I should point out that I had to do a lot of screenshots in order to get this Explain Everything done. To take the screenshots, I held down two buttons. One was up here, this is the power button. The other one was down here, that is the home button. I clicked them at the same time and voila, I got the screens that you're going to see throughout this presentation. That's what you're going to need to do as well. Okay, so now I'm back at the Explain Everything site. When I clicked on the app, I got here. And then I had to go up and I could either choose a project that I'd already done, but what I did is I came up here to New Project and I clicked on it. And when I did, I got the next screen. You can see that when you open up the new project, there's lots of different options. I am going to start with a new project. So I clicked on Blank Project. Notice I didn't have to sign in or anything to get started. This is the main screen of Explain Everything. Now I got to tell you, I was a little overwhelmed the first time I saw it because there are a lot of buttons. But here's what I figured out. Everything over here, okay, those are the things that you're going to use to create your Explain Everything. This stuff right over here is going to let you play it. And this stuff over here, that's pretty much for saving and also for sharing your wonderful presentation that you get done. All right. Oh, by the way, those down here, that's how I'm recording my voice. So when I got started, I started looking and I noticed that there was a plus button over here. So I like to hit plus buttons because that usually means add. But I didn't see anything happening, and so I'd hit it again and again. And then I noticed down here, the slides were increasing. So obviously I figured out that the plus button adds slides. Now underneath it, this button is a slide sorter. Oh, I'm moving stuff. So you can move slides all over or change the order of the slides, so I could move 6 to a different order if I wanted to. Finally, I am going to say the one thing that I needed to do is to look at the pictures of the screenshots that I'm taking, and I needed to add them. So you're going to want to click over here. It looks like an arrow with a little picture on it. That is to add your pictures. And we want to add pics. So that's a good important one. The different tool that you're using turns blue. So you'll know that when you're adding the pic, that little icon will turn blue and it'll bring up some options. You'll have either your camera roll, if that's where you add them. You may also have a photo stream that later on I will share with you that says something like Project Connect. Look for that and maybe there will be some photos you may want to use and you can add them to your Explain Everything presentation. So I'm drawing with the drawing tool over here. I can also sit there and if I push on it, it will allow me to write just about anything. That's my name. Other buttons that are nice to know about are these down here, like with the X on it, and then the because that will allow you to delete stuff, and it'll give you little hints. And then there's an undo button as well. Good key buttons to know about. This shows two things. Number one, I clicked on the slide sorter view so you can see how you can just click and drag those from each side to figure out where you're going. And the second thing is I clicked on this A over here, and that's for a text box. The pen was for the drawing, but the text box would actually allow me to type in it. And you can type and then move this anywhere. When I'm done, I'll want to move over to this side. The button over here that has an arrow down will allow you to save, and all you need to do is just enter a project name, and if I start typing in here, click in there, it'll start typing, and then I just hit save. The button or icon that looks like a movie camera is probably the most important for sharing because this allows me to export or send my finished movie lots of different places. If I just want to share it within my class, I can take it right to my photo roll, which will then be available to go in iMovie and lots of other apps. I can email it to someone, I can put it in Dropbox, or I can even upload it to YouTube, which is what I'm going to attempt with this movie in just a second. Now, I must ask you to create your own Explain Everything for an app tied to a learning goal, and we will save it for later.